Welcome in and welcome back. My name's OK Refeat, and today we are playing Firewatch. Firewatch is a game that I've heard good things about. I've heard it's a fun, short little one, and sometimes it's nice just to play a short little game and take a walk on the wild side. And I know that this involves the wilderness and watching for fire, so let's check it out. Campo Santo presents, in cooperation with Panic Inc. That's a good company name. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. I've never been to Colorado. You see, Julia. Is this a statement or... Oh, click on it. She's about your age, late 20s. Laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your major? You're pretty. We'll go with what's your major, be a bit more subtle. You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she says. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. All through insulting each other in a subtle way. RT to use objects. We should use this backpack. That seems like something to use. Is there an escape hatch? Why are we in the elevator? Oh. Hello? Can I use any buttons? Nope, I'm stuck here. Okay. It's probably our truck. Is there anything else there, though? Well, it might be presumptuous, but I'm betting this is my truck. Truck door, get in it. Doesn't say it's my truck, but it's ours now, along with our backpack. Was that a wedding ring I saw, or just a fancy ring? You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. You pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket. You adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem. Having a dog named Mayhem is no guarantee that nothing bad will happen to Julia. I mean, nothing bad could happen either way, even with either dog, but I know she is in love with Bucket and I want to make Julia happy, so we'll go with Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. I already have. What other dog? There's only Bucket the dog. Julia loves him. You love him too. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple of idiots, that would be pretty good. One day, why rush? Part of me feels like they're creating a tragic backstory for a reason. So I'm gonna stick with that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say? These kids are gonna be screwed up enough. It's probably best that their parents are hitched. You say? She's absolutely right. So Julia was basically the one that got us to say, let's get married. Good on you, Julia. Hey, it's my car. Do I have to grab my backpack? Nope. Someone stole my backpack. That or it fell out while I was doing whatever it was I was doing. This seems like something we should look at. There's a map. Thoroughfare trailhead. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. Thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. We are a very experienced hiker. We have played hiking games before. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Well, where are we on the lake? On the map. I guess this is just the entire region. Oh, can I see my shadow? No, but I can see my shoes. It looks like I do have my backpack on because I could see the strap on my chest. Well, let's get hiking. Nowhere but up. It's a very pretty area. I hope we don't get attacked by bears there. And I'm wondering where Julia is. 1980. It's Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad, you ignore her. I'm more the type to bury my feelings, so I would probably just ignore her for the night, because nothing productive is going to be said when you're both upset and someone is drunk and you're fighting at a late hour of the night. So let's just end the conversation. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry. I was not angry. I chose to not be angry right there. I did. If she wanted to be angry, she didn't have to stay out all night and get this problem going. Like, just saying, Julia. And ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. What is our job? Do we even know? Does it even matter? 1981. Julia still likes to draw. Did she like to draw before? She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secrets model. That one seems more humorous. Very nice. We'll keep those drawings for just between us. Oh, where are we at now? Am I allowed to be out here? Is this off the trail? I mean, this seems like a trail, but I don't think the average hiker, even the average experienced hiker is. Yeah, what was I doing up there? Is gonna be walking and jumping off of edges of cliffs and stuff. Where are we at even? We're so far out here. Two Forks Fire Lookout. We're getting to a fire lookout station. A to climb over. Can't go under it. Have to go over it. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's Bucket. We haven't heard about our beloved Bucket in such a long time. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from far away places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Ooh. Bucket gets kicked. No, not Bucket. Dog. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away. You beat his face in. We're just gonna scare him away because you don't want to escalate things, and maybe he has friends who are gonna. But if I don't beat him up, then maybe his friends, hypothetical friends again, are going to, like, come back with him. Two wrongs don't make a right, right? We'll scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. Julia's like, what, you got a gun? He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. But how's Bucket? Let's get to the real truth here. Like, is Bucket okay? Is our little Bucket boy, is he fine? Poor Bucket. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. What? No, like, you can't commute that far. That's not a commute. 2,000 miles? That's 2,000 miles, bro. Like, why don't we want to take the job? Like, that's such a... This is like setting us up to lose her. Do we have a job we want to take there or not want to take there? Like, do we love our job that much? Like, or do we just hate Connecticut for some reason? I don't want her to not take the job. I think it's just the moving part that I don't want to do. So maybe we can work it out if we commute, but long distance relationships never work. But I don't want her to resent me if she doesn't get this job, because messing with someone's career is just a bruh moment. So we'll go with commute. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut, so it was the Connecticut part. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you don't want to move. That's compromise. Adults can compromise. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Do I never go visit her? Like, well, there should be a bit more compromise on that. Like, you don't want her to be the only one doing all of the traveling, because that stuff can get really thin really fast. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on a paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. I wonder if... it looks like she's suffering from mental memory problems. I wonder if we would have noticed the signs sooner if we didn't get more separated for her job. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. I said bury problems, but not ones we can deal with. I mean, talking to someone, more knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Oof. That is tough, tough, tough. Okay. I can't actually move, so we will pick up this journal right here. And we will... I guess some blurring right there. That's the Victoria's Secret model picture. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Oh. Do I not want to change my mind and go with her now, or... It seems like it's setting up a very tragic backstory. In 1987, Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children are little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Danielle, the nurse. Daniel. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care. Could live in a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. You are determined to take care of her by yourself. Now this is like a very gut-wrenching sort of situation because our character, I don't think they are trained in taking care of them by herself. Giving her the full-time care she needs, and when dementia gets to those worst stages, it could be dangerous for everyone involved. Because, you walk by the stove, you think you're gonna make some tea, you turn on one of the burners, you forget about it a minute later, and the burner's going. It's not a decision I approve of, but not knowing more about their setup at home, I'm gonna do the care facility. Because at least I could trust the others to take good care of her, hopefully. Are you doing alright, my dude? Whatever caused you to come out into the wilderness for this fire station, Firewatch station. I worry about your state of mind. 'Cause I don't feel like he'd be doing that if Julia was here. Hello, little elk. Oh, don't mind me. Goodbye. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then, every other day. Ooh. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. You slowly decide not to see your old friends that much. Oh. 1989, Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close with her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. And you won't. You've always really liked Susan. She gets you. Susan knows how to be a bro, unlike my old friends. Months go by. Bucket dies. Bucket's death only gets one sentence? That's heart-wrenching. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Julia. I mean, you have a good reason why not to, but still. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. So in a way he kind of can soothe the guilt because it's it's not just he could get some blame on himself, and that's a feeling he could at least process because it's so devastating to have people not know you. Like, it really is. And so I can understand if he's all like, oh, if I were with her more, like, maybe then she'd remember me, but it's really my fault, and, like, that's at least a feeling you can work with. So let's hear about this job. You take it. It must be the Firewatch job. Are we almost there? That looks like it. Enter the lookout tower. Oh, baby, here we come. Our new job out in the middle of Nowheresville. And we get here so late at night, too. I mean, it's a beautiful night, but still. Wish we would have gotten here earlier so we can see the place. We're probably walking through spider webs right now if there's not been anyone here for a while. Okie doke. Do we, like, live here? Is this our place of residence? I saw a red light even from far away, but I don't know how I saw it. It must have been a rendering issue. Unless it's just... Ah! Generator switch. There we go. Ah, we have some light.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Oh. There we go. Hello.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's
Hello?
Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
Hey there, Delilah.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So what's
Just
wrong?
call me out.
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I... sleep? Forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
What is you've killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against your mom. Nobody back at home could understand you.
Okay, you're probably out here because nobody back home can stand you. Which, after this brief introduction, is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired and grumpy.
None of them were great
Well,
choices.
I better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
Oh.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but maybe you just really like trees. Maybe it's... Gosh, maybe it's a borderline fetish. A tree fetish.
We don't know
Good
why.
night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
I mean, Firewatch. Welcome to Firewatch. We've made it to day 1. That was a very long intro, but... And we still don't know the details of... Like, is Julia still alive? Like... But we're here. New job. New day.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
How could you see me?
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's what, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry
Whoopsie
about
indeed.
it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Totally didn't see that till just now.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This
very
is the Osborne
round.
Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot,
Osborne.
you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
My God.
Fireworks.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Fireworks, yep.